Hello, dear Scorpions. Welcome to your teen RuneScope with me. My name is Amanda. Just gonna get started here, reach in here, get our runes out here so I can get them set up and knock them down. As always, I do want to remind you to check out the video for your rising sign as well. That can give you some more information on these very general sun sign readings. The only thing that will trump watching your sun and rising sign is to get a private session with me. I do those on Skype. It's $5 for a 30-minute session. I also do past life readings. So if there is a relationship or a situation in your life right now that you're interested in, what you're supposed to be learning from this, or maybe why it's happening, I do those as well. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. I've never announced that before, but I want to make sure that you guys know I do that as well. It can be very helpful to just kind of find out what those issues be. I'm also going to be offering another rune class that's completely online. It's a 6-week course. That will be August 24th through October 2nd, and the deadline to sign up is August 20th. And the price is $10 for the whole course. So if you want to sign up for that, drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video to sign up for the class or schedule an appointment. Please only contact me via email address. I don't really check Google Plus at all or get on YouTube except when I'm uploading these videos. So if you want to sign up for the class or schedule an appointment, you have to email me at runescopesforyou@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. It's also in this video somewhere or below it in the details section. On a mobile device, just tap the arrow and that'll open the details section. And you'll just need to copy the email address and paste it into your email program and take the spaces out around the .com part. The link was not working correctly. So, but teen for Scorpio. The first situation, your obstacle or your focus for the month of July seems to be dealing with the Page of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who is acting immature. It could be bad news coming to you or news you didn't particularly want to hear. But I kind of feel like, since this is the first thing that's come up, this is news maybe that came previously. For some of you, it coming by, but I feel like you're dealing with something that's already happened. When July kind of opens, and it may have to do with a masculine energy. So this would be an immature or young male, could be your son. Can't be a more masculine female. This could be a lesbian female. But I mean, this is somebody who is behaving like a child or is a child. And it could be somebody connected to your family. There seems to be some sort of past issues going on with Othel here. I mean, there's a connection to the past or connection to family ties, family issues popping up again. Now, for those of you who have been dealing with health issues, you may be kind of looking into something that runs in the family, and you may, be either afraid that, you are susceptible to this, or just maybe more concerned about it for some reason. Why? Some of you get the news that something that runs in the family, you now have that. I'm sorry to say, with the Page of Swords in reverse, this could be difficult news about health or just bad news about health. Or maybe it's something you're going to have to do in order to prevent or kind of lessen your chances of getting something that runs in the family, and you just don't want to do it. So, for example, like say heart disease runs in your family, and now you're going to have to go on a diet and cut out all the good stuff, and this is like the last thing you wanted to hear. Or maybe cancer runs in your family, and the last thing you wanted to hear was you need to stop smoking, or you need to stop doing this behavior that's increasing your chances of getting this. So, Scorpio, whatever this is, definitely take preventative measures. Because if health is very important. It's not something that any of us pay a lot of attention to until it acts up. So if you're one of those people, you do tend to be very busy and very focused on and driven, and sometimes maybe to the detriment of your health. So, it could be time to take a time out in July, get that checkup. Don't be afraid, just do it. You can't handle anything if you don't know about it. You can't deal with anything if you don't know about it. But for a lot of you, this could just be in your head, because the swords talk about, mental processes, and maybe you've got some sort of symptom and you're like blowing it out of proportion, that this is really bad and it's really not, but you're not going to find out until you go, get it all checked out. So if something's worrying you, Scorpio, put down that burden, go see a professional, have it checked out, talk about it. But yeah, for a lot of you, this could just be arguments among the family, dealing with an immature person or someone in the family who's causing problems. They're not carrying their weight. They're not putting effort into maintaining a relationship. And if this is not a family member, it could be somebody that, this has been going on a while. So this is their past MO. This is the way they've behaved before in the past, and that doesn't look to be changing anytime soon. However, ironically, if this is a family situation, it's going to bring the other members of the family together. They're going to form a united front, so to speak, and just kind of, everyone kind of let this person know, this is unacceptable behavior. So it is going to have the added benefit of bringing others together. This is also the rune of estates and wills and things like that. So, I mean, those of you who are dealing with an immature person in that situation, I feel like, it's not going to color the whole month of it, but it may still be present. It may be something that you are, that you're still kind of going through those motions. But I think that if it has to do with money, if it has to do with an inheritance or any kind of property, you are going to get good news about this. You have the 5 of Cups in reverse. So that means that, next to Fehu, the rune of money and payouts. And, so I feel like good news is coming. You're going to feel maybe stronger, in a stronger position than you did previously. Those of you who have been a little bit upset or a little worried about money, if it's been, affecting your ability to be in a good mood, because cups do talk about emotions and how we're feeling. So if you've been down about your money situation, not being able to spend on the things that you want or purchase some things that you want, things are looking up and high. Those of you who are looking to increase your money, get a new job that pays more, you could be successful at that. So definitely, if you're watching this on the inside and have been thinking about switching jobs, it's a good time to start looking, because maybe you felt down on yourself, or like you wouldn't be qualified for the types of jobs that you wanted. But I think that this is going to be looking up for you. You find more opportunities open to you in your field. Definitely a good time for money and saving and increasing value. And getting payouts that you've been waiting for, specifically if they're involved with some sort of inheritance or trust situation. Now, the help that's going to be available to you is, anything that's disappointing, or if you have to go maybe you have to go talk to this person. Maybe if this is a trust situation, you have to go meet with this person. But it's actually going to be very revealing, and it's going to come down in your favor. So anything that you don't want to do, or maybe someone that you're dealing with in a lawsuit or something, or in an inheritance situation, and you don't want to see them, but you have to go meet to do a mediation or a court date or something, it's actually going to go in your favor, and it's actually going to be worth your time. And it's actually your being there, and the things that you're going to say and the way that you're going to respond are going to make this other person look very bad, because either they're just not prepared, or, what they've been doing is going to come out if there's been anything sneaky going on. Now, some of you hear that there is a relationship in turmoil, but this is actually, you feel like a good thing. So in this situation, maybe this person that you're concerned about is with someone who is very, who has been causing them to act out. Maybe if this was your child and they were hanging around somebody who was causing them to act out more, this kid will be moving away, or there's going to be maybe it's their a boyfriend or girlfriend and they break up. There's some kind of, they keep saying the bloom is off the rose. So you hear that, a situation that you were kind of done with, is and just kind of this person have, just been behaving so disruptively, you kind of turned away, but now you're finding out that there's disruption going on in their life. It's kind of a karmic situation. So you'd be hearing through the wires that someone's less than happy. Maybe they've been pretending that they're happy, but they're not. And you know this is going to take time with Dayag here. You know this is going to be like, this is someone going through a lesson, so it's going to take time, but you're going to get some kind of news. And it's not that you want someone to suffer, Scorpio, but I feel like you are worried about this person and you want them to kind of come back to themselves or get in touch with what they're supposed to be doing, or stop hanging around people who are negative influences and causing them to not behave like themselves. So you're wanting them to kind of break away, learn this lesson so that they can move forward. I'm getting the word concern. I feel like you're very concerned about someone. Very concerned about their emotional well-being, Scorpio. So I feel like you'll get some news in that maybe that somebody is going through a difficult time, but it's actually for you, you feel like a step in the right direction, because maybe they will then leave that situation, remove that person, or, make the decision to move forward. But yeah, those of you who have to go somewhere to talk to somebody, deal with a family member, deal with somebody, or go to a wedding or something, it's actually going to be a good thing. There's some sort of information you're going to get, or enlightenment that you're going to receive going to this event. But yeah, with these runes here, it's not something you're excited about doing, but it's more like I have to than I want to. But it's actually, you get some sort of information that's going to help you. Again, if there are family situations going on with inheritance or anything like that, I feel like you'll get some sort of information at this event that's very pertinent to your case, or that's going to help you. What can't be changed about I is that, with the moon in reverse, this sometimes can mean the truth is hidden, but it's hidden maybe because somebody is, or it can be that whatever was hidden is now revealed. But this can talk about addictions. This can talk about someone, who's dealing with mental disorders that are not being treated. They're not acting in their right mind, and there's some sort of disruption around this. So it could be somebody who is gone untreated for a long time, and they maybe haven't even been diagnosed with some sort of disorder, or they haven't been properly treated, or they've been avoiding treatment. They won't be able to apply, because I feel like something in I is going to happen where it's just, it'd be scary in the moment, Scorpio. And so, if you're living with someone who, is kind of up and down, if it's you, that this is a health issue you've just been avoiding, but it runs in the family. Again, I feel like the longer you avoid it, the worse it's going to get. And if it is, some sorts of mental illness that has come down through the family, or a disorder, there's treatment available for that. People can help you with that. It's a disease just like anything else. There's no shame in this. Definitely, if it is you, it's time to seek help for this. It's time to seek a way so that you can maintain it, handle it, deal with it, so that you can not have these disruptions in your life all the time. And you not even know the full extent of how this is affecting your life. And if it's not you, though, it is someone close to you, I feel like, dealing with this. And, someone who is just covering up, or has been covering up. And the more they cover up, though, the more this is just going to repeat. It's like a record. It just keeps going around, and it's skipping. It never goes to the next song. It never goes to the next song, and you can't ever turn it over. Those of you who remember records, they're making a comeback. So even if you're younger, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Vinyl. Yeah, when it skips, someone's stuck in a holding pattern. The longer they stay there, kind of the worse it's going to get. I hate to tell you that, Scorpio, if it's you especially. But I feel like for most of you, it's someone close to you, someone you, again, are concerned about. You want them to get it. You want them to be able to skip to the next song, or, deal with this. So yeah, there may be a disruption that you hear about tonight. And now the Emperor is coming up in the reverse. So this is somebody who he's a bit of a tyrant in the reverse. Actually, not a bit. He is a tyrant. So this is somebody who is being very childish. This is the guy who's like keeps saying he's an adult, but he's not acting like an adult. So I kind of feel like for a lot of you, these people are the same. The Emperor has a lot of associations with Aries. So this could be somebody who is an Aries, you know, with an air sign rising, because with the Page of Swords, that is an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So there'd be that influence as well, one or the other. Sun, air, rising Aries, or rising fire. But this is somebody who keeps saying, I'm an adult, I can do this on my own, or I can handle this illness, or I can handle this person, or I can handle this situation. But yet they're not, you know, they're being very defensive and just very childish in the way that they are responding to others. You know, so I mean, again, Scorpio, I feel like for most of you, this is someone else in your life because you're not fire or air. You know, we all have the traits of all of the elements. So it could be some of you are taking these on, but, you know, just be honest with yourself if it is you. But I feel like for most of you, things are actually going pretty well, but yeah, you're being kind of drawn into someone else's drama, maybe because they are close to you and you're concerned. But don't expect them to behave like an adult. I feel like you will take a very adult approach. You'd be very, you know, laser-like focus as you normally are. You know, you see right to the problem, the crux of the issue, what the problem is. It's like, hey, you obviously have something going on. You need to go talk to someone, please, about what, you know, because you're just not processing things in a normal way. You're not seeing reality. The Moon card in reverse has a lot to do with delusion as well. And someone just not seeing the reality of a situation. And unfortunately, it's going to get worse and worse until they do admit it, until they do see it. And, you know, that's difficult to watch if it's someone that you care about, Scorpio. So, or yeah, someone's just spreading lies, or there's gossip around. If it's not someone dealing with a mental disorder, but, yeah, they're behaving very, very immaturely, but all around kind of casting stones at other people. It's like, you know, they won't talk about the issue, but then they will insult you. This is a person who has a real problem with personal responsibility and apologizing when they're wrong and admitting when they're wrong. And I feel like this person's been very, very wrong about a lot of things. But in my Scorpio, advice would be to focus on whatever good is going on financially. You know, focus on your work and what it is that you are doing financially, and enjoy that, and how, you know, kind of strategize about maybe how you can build on improving that. If you want to hunt for a job, July looks really good for that. And try to stay out of other people's dramas as much as you can, as difficult as that may be sometimes. I feel like you will have a smoother, happier month if you can do that. So good luck with that in July, Scorpio, and I will see you back here in August.